Today is August 3rd. The Yankees are 1 for their last 1. We've got sharp stats. We've got some terrible groundskeeping and 4 games against the Astros coming up. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steam and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks, presented to you by SeatGeek. If you go to the SeatGeek app, the #1 sports ticketing app, you can purchase tickets to any event. 70,000 events available every single day, be it the ballet or chess match. Use code Talkin'. Nope, probably code Yanks. Code Yanks. Only do that every day of my life. Code Yanks for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. They tell you not only what tickets are available, but if it's a good deal or a bad deal. Thanks to SeatGeek for sponsoring the show. Jake has no snare in his headphones, but a smile on his face. We're at the Owner Suite studio in Jersey City today, recapping this Rays series, the Boone episode, the Herman news, and Sharp Stats. Jake.
How about that? It moves quick. Jimmy, Davis, Jeff is in the room. Floorball week is here. We're excited for that. Yeah, how about it? It's kind of the beauty of sports. You never know where an episode's fully going to leave. We almost have to decompress about Boone. The Domingo Herman news happens, which is just like...
sad.
When, why, how, what's going on here? And then, yeah, man, I don't know. You know, the Yanks, they hit a couple nice right-handed opposite field homers that you see the stadium and you just see, Giancarlo Stanton. Ooh, there's some audio like that.
That thing was cranked to 0.
Oh.
Like, bad strategy. Panic. Whoa, talking Giants, guys. Shots fired. So I don't know, man. And then there's 4 against Houston coming up. So I think we're going to finish there in a little bit of a funky episode again because it's been a funky season. That, I don't know. End of the episode, we'll land on win some baseball games and we'll care again.
Why are you so sad? You seem very sad.
You're excited for the Yankees. You think they're going to make the playoffs. You're all in. Boone convinced you.
They just won
Tin Cup.
their first game out of a 10-in-a-row streak. So why wouldn't you be excited? You have no idea if that's right or not.
That's not right. I can confirm that's not
You
right.
can't confirm that.
In their last 10 games?
Their first win of a 10-game win streak.
Oh, that's not what you said.
That's what I said last night.
Okay. Then I'm hype.
See? Get excited.
All right.
They benched Rizzo.
Yeah.
All the homers happened. Actually, they just faced a lefty who is struggling and struggles versus the Yankees, even though he's a very good pitcher.
Your guy, Mac.
He's not good at Yankee Stadium because he's a lefty, and the Yankees are all righties, and I think he's got like a 10 ERA at Yankee Stadium, which is not good if you're someone that knows the standards. And
Do the Yankees just put all their scouting into the other teams like one? Like, remember when they owned Chris Sale for a year, and now, like, they're getting to McClanahan? Orioles, that's where they're smart. They don't really have a one.
lefties. They hit lefties.
Okay.
Team's all righty since
Because the team's all righty.
in the Talkin' Yanks
Oh.
era.
Yeah. We had, after we recorded our episode with Boone yesterday, we had to go on a secret excursion that I found out we're not allowed to talk about. And we're kind of phones down because it was a phones down excursion.
Phones down.
But it was funny because when we poked our head onto the social media worlds, I was like talking to you. I was like, oh shit, this episode's going crazy. Like everyone's getting their thoughts off and opinions off from like other radio shows to The Beat was texting us like, oh.
Yeah.
So that was pretty wild. I don't know. You want to clarify that you and Boone like did throw punches at each other? Through the screen?
If you thought that was rough.
Yeah.
Off camera.
Both of you guys left with broken laptop screens.
We were chummy. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's funny. Explain to everyone that watches the podcast. I don't think any of them had any qualms. Like, we ended up landing and laughing about media itself. He even had a couple cheeky ones at the end that, no, like Boone Hey, Boone came from the media. Like, I know we've now made some recent jokes about that.
He took a 1-year stint or 2 years.
But he's also,
Did
like,
a couple years.
you know, I guess the one that's fun for me, and I had a lot of people reaching out when he said he was disappointed in me. And I'll be honest, I didn't sleep a wink last night because, A, does that mean Boone has high standards for me?
Yeah.
B, does that mean the other way that
He said, like, especially from you at one point.
the only other thing that could mean would be that Boone questions if I play hurt.
Or maybe
Like if he's been tracking our floorball.
Maybe he
blitzball.
questions that you're always joking. So,
Right.
like, for you to be upset.
Right.
He didn't even know you did that.
He didn't know I got there.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think it's funny because a lot of people are like, "Whoa, dude, these guys, like, what? Tough New York City media guys," and it's really not that at all.
No, the people that look at the Twitter only, like, see one thing, and people that looked at the full video saw another thing. But I thought it was awesome. I actually thought his answers were better than I expected through the upsetness. Like, when I asked if he had clarity from Hal and Cash, like, thinking back on his answer, listening back, and he basically was like, no, because we're in such a spot of no clarity that no one has it, which isn't what I want to hear, but it's a pretty honest answer from him. And then also when Cash threw just the players under the bus, he was like, nope, it's all of us.
That was
the
a good
whole org.
answer.
That was a good answer. So I actually thought some of his answers were good. And then when he said, this is what we got, and I said, well, if you think that, he was saying, like, well, this is what we got. It's not think.
Right.
We're not changing any personnel because the trade deadline came and went. I'm like, well, yeah, I should have.
Passed.
But I don't know. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, and
It actually made me like talking to him more.
Yeah, it's funny because at the end of the day, well, we were laughing because in general, after we did the interview, we were just talking around the office, and our guy, old man Dan Canobio, was talking about how it's crazy they do pregame and postgame interviews every game.
Yeah.
162 games.
Yeah.
Football coaches talk twice a week for 17 games. NBA coaches, I don't know if they're required to hop on the podium. They play 82 games, but it's definitely not before
I don't think
and
NBA
after.
fans care about post and pre-press
Oh,
conferences.
you've been missing those
I think
tips.
they talk.
interviews.
They like
do
the
talk
players.
post,
Imagine when a player brings their daughter up on their lap. That's
Viral.
that's why I follow this sport.
Hey, sometimes Boone gets to be like suspended a game a year. He gets ejected a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been injected in a while.
Hey, he's
So,
taking a break.
I don't
He
know.
told us he wanted to cut that out.
I think it's funny. End of the day, like Boone wants the same thing we want. He wants to win Yankee games.
Yeah.
And I think there was a push come to shove moment. I think all the Talkin' Yanks fans saw it after they got swept by the Red Sox. That was, me and our guy Joe's McFly was laughing pretty good because we had just hit the portion where we found out Boone liked games, and we're like, okay, if we tap into games, that'll make Boone happy. We'll get better answers out of Boone. That's, let's game the system. And then I think recently it's kind of been hard because if we did a game, it would have come off even more rude. Like, it'd be like, who's been the worst offense the past 2 months? Like, Yankees.
Well, yeah, I did that with my earlier with the
Right.
passive aggressive. We have a visitor.
Oh, we got a visitor. Okay. That I think the other thing for when they got swept by the Red Sox, and it became a joke inside our office, and I brought it to Talkin' Yanks a little bit, but Boone said, no games today? And we're like, no,
Yeah.
dude, we're the New York Yankees. You got swept by the Red Sox, and we're having a bad season. You're having a bad start.
Get better. I just opened up my Twitter, and the mention that's in front of my face is from Super Grippy, who replied to one of my tweets
Read Super Grippy.
and just said, "Put your mouth on a butt crack." Period. So that's nice. Anyway, in a terrible transition from Super Grippy to bad news, Domingo Herman got into is on, I forget the term for it, alcohol misconduct leave. They say there was something that happened yesterday, or
They were saying yesterday that it was yesterday.
Entered inpatient treatment for alcohol abuse.
yes, which is CC Sabathia did this in 2015 out of nowhere, before the wild card, and I hope that, and it worked for CeCe, and he's talked about it and been very open about it. So sad news there that it's to that spot. The Yankees season continues to be a bit of a carnival here, especially with the Jhony Brito situation from earlier, which now, like, just naturally as humans, you're like, wait, was that connected? Was it not? Cashman saying it's not, that this event happened afterwards, and it happened after he found out about it after the trade deadline. Cashman's quotes were, he's not pitching for us against this year, and I hope everyone in his family, and he's okay. Like, Cashman's quotes made it seem like something bad happened. There was an incident, not just like he's
a very serious
trying to
problem
stay sober
that
and
you need to address head on. Significant steps to helping him get the tools to resolve. So, yeah, I mean, it's full-blown, rehab TV show. That I don't know, man. It's the Domingo Germán Jolly Olive video in a few years is going to be a crazy one. And it's this whole roadmap to get here, and I don't even know. Like, I think in our heads, it's like, whoa, this is probably the last time we're going to see Domingo Germán. His final start will be, well, not even a start. It'll be a relief appearance after the armpit incident.
Yes.
And then at the same time, I'm circling through my head because we've done this on Talkin Yanks for 4 years now. So, I don't know.
Oh, like he might be back. Yeah.
I don't know, man. We've done this before.
Yeah, he's under contract for another year.
We've done this before, and then he ends up getting like 14 starts. So, couldn't you see these quotes coming back? Like, Domingo's in a lot better place, and we're glad he took care of it.
We're never going to give up on a human.
He's starting against Cleveland.
I agree with never giving up on a human.
I mean, I like the thought process. And
name a human you've given up on.
Oh, God. A human I've given up on.
You can not answer if you want.
Yeah. Can I come back to it?
Come back to it.
Thank God.
Maybe use it as an award later on in the show.
Human I've given up on.
Yeah. As my mom would say, a human.
I will say...
I just got so upset with me for making that joke.
And
Bronx accent.
I've mentioned this before, but when I moved away from Milford, Connecticut to move to Dallas, one of my buddy's sisters said about me, she said, some people can't be helped.
She said about you?
Yeah.
You can be helped.
I thought I could be helped.
You're pretty open to help.
I thought I could be helped.
I'm holding my microphone like a phone.
And I wasn't doing anything too wrong. You are.
You should try this out.
We still have some things about our current warehouse setup that
you sound much better now.
Yours looks so natural.
To be honest, you do sound
well. That's because it's up against my mouth.
The closer it gets, the better quality.
My headphones just turned off. So
all right, so that's the groundskeeping. Nestor's coming back.
Headphones are off again.
And this bookkeeping of that situation, placed on the restricted list, active roster. He was replaced by Keenan Middleton, and that should be Nestor's 60 days or 40-man spot in a couple days.
Ugh. Get him, Keenan. Where are we going to now?
I think it had in sharp stats, but I just lost my audio again, so I'm in a tight spot.
You're in a tight spot. The ad is for Shady Rays.
Okay.
I don't have the wordage in front of me, but I do have my custom pair of Shady Rays sunglasses on my person. And Jake and I both have custom pairs. Mine, you guys will like this specifically, this fan base, has pinstripes on the inner left.
Yeah, those are nice.
Both. Pinstripes on the inside, my signature on the left side. It says a breakdown on one side, John Boy Media on the other. Jake's, you have a tinted green with a frog.
There's a green hue on the lenses that you can't tell until you really look for it, and I like that. Normally people wouldn't associate that with my style. Signatures on there. There's a frog. Jake sucks. All the normal stuff. And yeah, it's kind of the coolest. It's the coolest thing I have going for me.
Yeah.
I wear them every day, and then, it comes up, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, these are my sunglasses. And they're like, stop talking.
And Shady Rays is awesome.
Yeah.
The rep from Shady Rays came on the morning show with me and talked about the history of like the partnership between John Boy Media and Shady Rays, and basically bragged about you guys and how awesome you are, and how every time they do a partnership with us, you guys like buy sunglasses, use our code, and help out. And is just kind of a giant like stop talking about our audience. We know they're cool. Right. Exclusive for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code YANKS for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Shadyrays.com, use code YANKS for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. If you break them or lose them, I don't know if this deal Well, with most deals you can. I don't know with hours because they're limited.
Right. These are LE.
Yeah, but I don't know about it if it applies to your shades, but yes, in general.
All right, so let's throw it to Sharp Stats since we missed that on yesterday's, and then we will have awards about this series against the Rays.
Awards.
Hey guys, it is the Queen of Stats, and I am recording this on Tuesday night, right after the trade deadline. And in case you were at the Jersey Shore or just on vacation on Tuesday, you didn't miss much, and you probably saw the Yankees front office because that's where they were. They basically did nothing this deadline. We'll get to that in just a minute. One thing I do want to do before we do is I want to respond to that epic rant that you guys had after the last series recap episode about the lack of left-handed power hitters. So this season at Yankee Stadium, there have been 59 home runs hit by left-handed batters, 36 of them by other teams, only 23 of them by Yankees. The same difference is if you include switch hitters as well. It's the same thing. It's just a terrible situation there. And now about the trade deadline. Maybe the Yankees front office just realized that this team is just not good, and there is just no chance of making the playoffs. Just some numbers for that. Since June 27th, that's more than a month, the only series that they have won have been against the Royals and the A's. If you look at their record breakdown, they are 8-1 against the Royals and the A's with a plus 41 run differential. They are 47-50 with a negative 36 run differential versus all the other teams. And if you look at their underlying metrics to estimate the number of runs and scored and allowed by the Yankees, and you put that into what's called a base runs formula. So you're basically looking at their singles, doubles, triples, homers, walks, hit by pitches, stolen bases, double plays, things like that. You put that into a formula and you figure out how many runs they're expected to score and allow, and you then calculate an expected winning percentage from that. Their record would be 50-56. So, just based on the underlying metrics, we're not saying that the Yankees are getting lucky or something when they outperform this record because they're 55-51 as I say this. But basically, teams that have those underlying stats that the Yankees have, those raw numbers, they typically do not win as often as the Yankees are. So it's mostly, kind of based on sequencing or whatever you want to say. And it's basically up to you guys to decide if this team is, fortunate or they're doing something maybe to trick the system. Anyways, that's it for Sharp Stats this week. Talk to you later.
So, according to that formula, the Yankees should be worse. Makes sense because in April and stuff, they would have like a winning record and we'd be like, what? They didn't seem like a team with a winning record.
Now, was that stat linked primarily to offense? Like, wasn't it a lot of the metrics Katie was using were offensive. It was singles, doubles, homers.
Yeah, divided by games or something like that.
So, yeah, I mean, according to offensive metrics, this team should be
buried.
Buried. Season 4.
We've given up more home runs to lefties than we've hit as lefties at the stadium. Yes. Was that the stat?
That was an easy stat.
Yeah, 59 home runs hit by left-handed batters total, and 36 of the 59, which is more than half, are not by Yankees.
That's sad. And Cespedes Family Barbecue tweeted out the plate appearances by lefties per team rankings after our episode on that, and the Yankees used to be like first and second and even like top 10.
Consistently top like 5.
They've been bottom 3 the last 3 years, so it is a real thing, and the people getting those aren't even like great lefties. So that stinks. Okay, never mind.
Okay. You have a super stat, but you're saving that for later.
I will, it doesn't pertain to this segment, and I can throw it into an award or something.
Okay.
But you'll never guess it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that stat that Katie threw out there isn't fully picking up is that the bullpen on the year is still a good bullpen. Like, I know they had some struggles, and I feel, well, they haven't been put in a ton of opportunities recently to thrive, if we're being honest.
Feed cut? Should we just roll? And okay.
So I think The other thing that's an outlier, and someone will probably talk about in a little bit, is Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole is a difference, and the Yankees bullpen has been, on a normal Yankee season, we'd be like, hey, Matt Blake, Yankees bullpen, like we're solid. We wish we maybe had more of a true alpha in the ninth, but almost every team that does it.
He's been good lately.
He's been great. He's been great. Like, that's just greedy. That is the only hint of greedy Yankee fans this season. But yeah, I don't know. The broken record scary part that I think goes along with the trade deadline and goes along with the rest of the season is, will they ever hit? Because that's the problem. That's all the numbers say. That's the problem. And it is.
And I don't think they will. That's where I'm at. I don't think they will.
They haven't shown us anything that would make you believe. You know,
face a ton of lefties.
If you want to tell me Anthony Volpe could get better for 2 months, I can kind of believe that. I'm not ready to, but he's a rookie and 2 months left to go in a season. Like, we got hyped. We got hyped that Rizzo was on the bench for a game because he's been so bad.
Yeah. Was a good lineup. It was like, oh, this makes sense when you really think about it. I forgot to tell you that.
Does this kind of look like I'm driving?
I can't. Yeah.
Driving with the mic?
Yeah, you look cool.
Thank you.
Part of the reason why I'm so optimistic and you're so doom and gloom.
What was that?
Is because I know something you don't. The Yankees split this series with the Rays. You just have to divide it up differently. They won the last 13 and a half innings. They lost the first 13 and a half innings.
Okay.
But that means they won the second half and they're on a total heater.
The only thing that I'm so doom and gloom.
Yep.
Is that if you started doing all of the Yankees season like that, I think their record would be so much worse. I think this team may have lost the most innings. I would bet the Royals and the A's, if it was innings lost.
Well, no. The Rays won more innings than the Yankees.
Exactly.
In this series.
Exactly.
So that's not what I'm using.
Okay.
I know not to use that.
Right.
They just, the last
We thought we might be able to
13
use
and a
that.
half
The last
innings
13 and a half
on the
innings.
whole.
If you divided series in
If you
half.
took all the runs scored in the last 13 and a half innings, the Yankees beat the Rays.
So we're just going to use it for this series.
And if it continues, as soon as it gets bad, I'm out on it.
Right.
But, I mean, you don't think that the win in Game 3 was because of that empty rally at the end of Game 2? Come on. Momentum.
What do you mean empty rally?
That empty rally that made me so mad. Because this team has done that a ton.
A ton.
Like
Ton.
down 5 in the ninth. Oh, they pushed together 2, but there's 2 outs. And then they're like, well, we liked our fight at the end. I'm like, what are you talking about? That was the Rays not giving a shit.
KT Sharp. I don't know if you can
it's
look
like
into
in
that,
hockey,
but
they
this
bring
team
in
has had the most empty rallies.
against back of the bullpen guys, and then they think like that counts as something. It's like
Momentum.
A hockey team is beating you 5-0 . So the second half of the third period they bring in their backup goalie who's a bag of shit, and you score 2 goals. That's not credit to you. Just because you get sympathy competition doesn't mean you can claim a victory.
Who's our
But
team's
they win.
backup goalie for floorball? Have you guys talked about that?
Our team's backup goalie for floorball?
Yeah.
That's something that hasn't come up.
I mean, come on.
I think we split.
You're our game plan
we
guy.
split. Would you want to do it? Kraus is in the room. I would do it, but I don't. Okay. All right, it's me. It sounds like it's me.
Sam?
Sam doesn't want to do that.
She would, though. She's a team player.
Oh my god, she gets beat up in the legs. I just always hit her. I feel so bad. Yeah. Anyway, so the Yankees are hot and the Rays are absolute duds. Hey, why are the Rays so sloppy? Is that just the new brand of baseball? They play base running and defense like the Yankees.
They haven't been good since May. BBD, give me the best Rays butter knife.
I'll find a butter knife.
Hey, BBD.
All right, and then we're gonna go to awards.
Go back there, give me the best butter knife we got.
We got to throw more stats at BBD.
Okay. We're throwing stats at him or we're requesting stats?
Requesting.
Okay.
He helped me find the 13 and a half innings thing.
Analytics.
Prior to the Yankees.
Awards.
Awards.
Grab me a Coors.
No.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
We're not a Coors company.
We're not.
Who goes first?
Blue Moon till I die.
I go first.
I think you go first.
It's
not
a weekday,
Sunday.
but like,
Midweek
have we
guys.
even been doing?
But we
this?
skipped twice, so
The Yankees have kind of
I know, but people do want to hear awards,
right.
because they
And
just
a pride of the Yankees.
they want to know who's the best ever.
Who made
and
you
who's not.
prude?
Who made you prude? Oh my
Who did
god,
that
dude!
to you?
I kind of had one, but he blew it day 3.
You blew it.
Best pitching line goes to Herman.
Sean Casey.
There's a layup here. I'll let you take that if you want it.
Turn it down, getting all the fans mad at us.
No way.
Can't see shit.
I'm not turning the layup down. I'm taking Garrett Cole.
Yes, dude.
Cy Young?
Stop with
Is he
the
gonna win this
layup
Cy Young?
stuff. He might. He's the leader.
The layup stuff is basically why the Yankees didn't get Harper. Oh, it's such an obvious choice. I don't want to do it.
Can't do that.
It's nuts. Cole's awesome. His cutter has become cool. I used to fear his cutter. He threw a couple cutters last night, and it's basically just a different changeup for him. Like, if you were to name that changeup, I'd be like, oh, yeah. Because it's just, instead of being 98, it's 93 with a little dip.
Cutting change.
A cutting change.
Cut change.
Like,
Change
it's
cut.
not a cut fastball, it's a cut changeup, to be honest with you. They're renaming pitches left and right.
Right? We can grab this right now. This is free real estate.
I am on
Cut change kind of. That's not bad.
I am on the forefront of deleting sweeper from the lexicon. You know, when
you were.
When they update Facebook,
Caster's with you.
they would update Facebook, and people would be like, click this link to go back to the old Facebook. Like, we're starting to, like, we don't want this.
That used to be sweet.
It used to be awesome.
That used to be sweet.
People get riled up. Like, every 2008, 2009, every time.
I'm not using this.
I'm not using this.
I know how to use the old one.
You guys want to sign my petition to go back to the old Facebook? That's me.
I'm just trying to play Jetman.
I'm not allowing sweeper to stick. I think it's bullshit. They just changed.
It is.
They just made up a new name for a slider.
They call like 12-6 and normal curveballs both curveballs.
Yeah.
Because they're
Just a different
curveballs.
slider.
Yeah. So sweeper's out and
Sweeper's
cut change is in.
Yeah, I was going to fight cut change, but it's like, yeah.
It's got a little punch. And Cole threw it a lot. I don't know if he threw it a lot. I just saw a couple that I really liked.
And I mean, he gave up the 2 in the first, and then he's.
Walk homer? That's tough.
Yeah.
After all the vibes.
But you have to.
I think Cole.
That's like a Yankees requirement.
Well, we're hit rock bottom, and Cole's like, I'll show you rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like alpha move,
Yeah.
Cuts his pinky finger off. Like, now let's
You
go
say
fight.
Galfa?
What did you say? Like a badass grandpa? You're up. Who's your pride?
You're up. My pride. Sheesh.
Sheesh. Not a player.
I kind of wanted Cole, but that was kind of the layup. Nick Ramirez comes in for 2 shut. Herman has 5 shut. I mean, statistically,
There's another guy. Take him.
the numbers say Anthony Volpe.
No.
Am I saying that right?
I don't know if the numbers say that.
They say that. He has the highest batting average.
Yeah, but it was all the game 3.
Right, and that's the game they won.
Spread it out a little. There's another option. Keep digging.
I'm not spreading
He
it out.
had a hit in game 1.
You giving to Volpe?
Anthony Volpe gets my pride of the Yankees. Like I said, I guess he's one of the, I've been so doom and gloom recently that I still have hope for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a kid.
I texted Jess
You
last
said
night.
that the other day.
I texted Jess last night. I said, can you hide the knives?
You did not.
Jake's been really down.
He's been so doom and gloom lately.
Me and Jeff watching My Cousin Vinny, couple Kona big waves.
One of the more classic, like, holds up.
It's crazy that that was my question to Jeff. Jeff's a knowledgeable guy. I was like, was this well regarded at the time?
Yeah, she
And it
won.
was.
She
Yeah.
won best
Yeah.
supporting.
But it's
actress.
just funny because you see Joe Pesci and you see,
Yeah.
Vito.
Yeah, that's a movie that I feel like people will be like, oh, back when movies were movies.
Like, I feel like that's a movie that at the time people would be like, nobody's going to watch this in
Oh
35
no,
years.
Pesci was like,
Yeah, that's true.
he was huge.
Me and Pesci go back to back. I've got him.
I drove past his house a lot. You're taller than Joe Pesci. Is that the question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
by a couple.
Yeah, but he'd kick your ass.
Not right now.
No.
That
But
Joe
60-year-old
Pesci versus me right now is a hell of a scrap.
60-year-old Joe Pesci.
Middle of the floorball ring.
60-year-old Joe Pesci beats you up.
Early 50s Joe
On
Pesci
momentum
beats
alone.
me up. Like he uses the final.
I
of
think
his
he's just got
strength.
such a quick whack.
Bah!
Like you don't see it. All of a sudden, side of your eyes twitching. And I don't think he opens his fist. I think he hits you with this part of his hand. Just bam.
What would you call that?
I don't
Side
know.
knucks.
Yes.
Sounded like Joe Pesci just hit me.
Anyway,
Hey, where did Volpe hit the ball?
I know. Oppo. It was
We
nice.
like that.
And
And
he stole a bag,
he stole a bag.
which put him at 20 on the year.
We had that. Yeah, I mean his homer.
Can I
his
tell you something?
Homer stolen base numbers are gonna land in a good place. But
Oh, but I don't care about.
I know you don't.
I don't care.
But
I don't care about the homer number at all because it's so empty. But the stolen base number, when they said 20, I got a little sad. I thought it was going to be way higher after the first.
It
month
was
of the
on
year.
pace to be a lot higher.
Yeah.
And yeah, things that can change. Can Anthony Volpe be better at the final 2 months of the season than the first 4? Yes.
Pressure's off.
Yes. And yeah, man, I'm still mad at the Yankees. Boone, you're right. You expect better from me. Know what I like? Anthony Volpe at the bottom of the lineup. Whether it was a young Gleyber Torres, whether it was a young Anthony Volpe, he does that from the 8-hole. 3-hit night last night in a game where the offense hadn't been scoring and they went down 2-0 instantly. He check raises in the third. Yankees are he just started a Yankees 10-game win streak, and when I think that clicks with you, I think you'll be in on it.
Good choice. There's just
Thank
another guy,
you.
but now I get to give him an award, so
You
I'm
get to give
pumped
me your
about it.
award, but I'm going to steal your stat award. So
I already said the stat.
it's already out.
That was the 13.5 innings.
Oh, I thought you had a better stat than that.
No, I have another award that I might give out,
Okay.
but you're never going to guess it because it's not a player or an athlete.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, it might be my second award.
Dunked on.
My first award is a guy that needs mention.
Okay.
And my first
You
award.
Yankee motherfucker.
Oh shit! I forgot we got to do Yankee MFer.
that.
I'm going to go Domingo Herman.
Double.
Anyone else deserve it? Because what if, like, it's a sad situation. We want his life to get on track and be better.
Well, that's why I'm giving it to his armpit.
Okay.
You're kind of attacking his demons, which,
It does feel bad
yeah.
to attack his demons.
Don't do the impression of his doctor.
Rodon.
Yeah.
Rodon. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 homers. I do think
Okay.
Rodon, and a lot of pitchers say this. Lance Lynn said it. A lot of pitchers said it. Like, takes a while to learn how to pitch in the stadium. Because you can't attack righties the same way because they can shoot it to the short porch. Lefties are very different. He's lefty-lefty, but it's a little different. And BBD and I talked about this off air. Like, this is disappointing. The injury, this performance. BBD's like, yeah, he's got like one more to like snap into like. I was like, you know what? The season's kind of a wash for me. Like,
Old Yankee scale, he had one more.
but I'm not. Next season, I'm kind of clean slate.
A little bit.
If he's healthy,
A little bit.
I do think it's
Not gonna be a
crazy
hater
he only
before
has
I
2
see
pitches.
And I mean, we saw Clark Schmidt be bad for a month, and then he's been good since. That Rodon could be bad for a month and then be lights out.
Yeah, and he's got a track
lot
record
better
being
track
good.
record
So
than
like,
Clark,
I'm not like
so.
out. Like Frankie Montas, I was out.
Yeah.
So
was he.
Yes, but
That
at
was the
this,
problem.
At this point of seeing him, I was like, I'm out on this guy, and I don't even think I want
Right.
him next year.
Right.
Rodon is not that.
But when I said
but
Rodon,
get it together.
one more start of like his grace period, I meant like, I'll start being like mad that this game was bad.
Yeah, the Yandy Diaz homer was a Yankee Stadium home run that you saw him kind of do the like crap.
math on it.
And he
Watched him learn.
His best years, he did have a great year with the White Sox, but with the San Francisco Giants, that's not a home run.
No.
That goes off a big wall, and Jock throws him out at second because Yandy, like, he didn't get out of the box well. And Jock's kind of like, yeah, I still got it. And they're like, Jock, you kind of DH these days. Talking Giants.
I think Yandy had it. I'm safe.
Replay. Goes to replay and
Call stance. Fuck.
calls it. They couldn't overturn it.
No,
But if they had called him safe, it also would have been
not
fine.
enough angles.
San Francisco cameraman. Used to be that's how people used to know you.
Maureen Ponderosa Award.
So are we splitting Rodon and Herman? Or
You took Herman's armpit. I took Rodon.
In my books, that's what I.
That's what the
I
ledger
have.
has.
Okay.
You gotta keep up.
Okay. Because you did say Herman first.
I was asking you. There was a clear question mark like Herman. And then I pivoted to Rodon. They kind of rhyme. If you were a rapper, bending words. Hey, Eminem, how would you rhyme with orange? Dorange. It's an all-time interview moment. Okay, see you later.
All right. I'm giving out the Maureen Ponderosa award.
No, I get to go
Jimmy goes
first. Thanks, Beebs. Maureen Ponderosa. It's my award.
Yes. All right. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Stan.
No, it's not going to Stan. It's going to IKF because the pandering that he's doing is working so much. I love this guy.
You're in on
Did
it.
you
You've
hear him
enhanced
say?
yourself.
Did you hear? Like,
in
remember
on
he
it.
said, "Oh, even the physical was better," and I was like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" Okay, so his interviews,
Thank God I wasn't traded.
his interviews post game are becoming DJ level hilarious.
Yeah.
He threw some guys out in left field.
Yeah.
And like one of them was a really nice throw, and Meredith goes, he tells Meredith, yeah, well, you know, I worked a lot on building up my arm strength last year, and I'm glad it paid off, which is interesting because you had a weak arm at shortstop, so you worked on the arm strength. That's awesome. Meredith asks him, what did you do to strengthen your arm? His answer's awesome. He just says, well, you know, I worked with the Yankees. They're great. They're absolutely the best. They worked with me on my my throwing, my swinging, and they really helped out. And they're just the best.
Yeah.
It's like, no, man. Like, what did you do? Bartolo Colon used to go throw coconuts all winter. Like, I know how he did it. Some people throw softballs.
Still
but
does.
I like that. And then after the game, he said when the trade deadline ended, he jumped up and down for joy.
Yeah.
That his name wasn't called, and he's still a Yankee because he loves it.
What time do you think that was? Do you think, because, you know, there's a little trickle after the deadline. We covered that on our
6:21.
6:21.
Yeah, 6:21.
That final.
But I'm being, if the percent of taking the light out of it and being serious is 70% serious. I really like IKF right now.
Oh, he's been our best hitter for 2 months.
All I needed was for him not to be the everyday starting shortstop, which we asked for last year when we were tough on him.
That was our request.
We didn't.
That was always what the request was.
Our request.
But now that I have that, I can find levity in his interviews because he leans towards DJ and Higgy on the interview scale.
Yes and no. Like he gives the right answers on the interview, but now he's even cooking the books a little because he's finna get that contract.
Yeah,
he's trying to get that 5-year $50 million out of the front office. You don't like that number?
I don't like him at that number.
Okay.
No.
No, he's been the best Yankee hitter for 2 months.
Put him in leadoff.
Says a lot of different
He's a
things.
horrible leadoff hitter. Put him leadoff.
The part that's even cooler because you guys are tough on Boone. You guys are tough on IKF. Jimmy's gotten really gray and ugly.
You should hear before the interview. Boone, we're going to ask you some questions. They're a little hard.
Mr. Boone, is it okay?
Mr. Boone, here's the question.
We're gonna put a little bit of a front
Just don't
on.
yell at Jake, okay?
Please don't single me out.
Please like our question.
Mr. Boone, please do not single me out. Do not say you're disappointed in me.
Don't call on me.
Come on. Oh, I did it. IKF had some hot streaks last year.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, yeah.
Is he? Mm-hmm. When he did, the hot streaks were the same as his cold streaks. He would swing at the first 2 pitches, and a couple hits would get through, and we'd be like, all right, yeah. IKF went 4 for 11 this series, beat one through the right side, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 series later, it'd be like, well, IKF went 0 for 11, and he saw 13 pitches. He looks so confident and, controlling the zone.
Yeah, he still swings real weird sometimes.
Oh,
like
sure.
Like blitzball, so where his legs go the other way than his bat.
Yeah.
Oh.
He kind of likes that, though.
Oh, yeah.
And he's loving, the 2-strike foul off at bats. Like, he's not even trying to hit. Righty-guardy?
I love...
Foul
because Rizzo has it, too.
You love a good foul ball.
I love a guy
You
that's
love a
like,
good foul ball.
I'm a foul
You
ball.
love spoiling a pitch.
Yeah, I do. Big cricket fan.
If I can tell you some quick StatCast numbers on him.
God.
Okay.
Last year, his arm strength, 24th percentile.
Okay.
This year, 56th.
Is that per position or just...
My follow-up was going to be, I don't know if that's based on position.
That's probably how they do sprint speed, which is, weird as shit.
Yeah,
Throws like a shortstop in left field.
a little bit. 95th percentile outfield.
Like, he kind of brings his arms up like he fielded a grounder and then he's making a throw.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, he couldn't from shortstop last year. He threw nothing but
Circle
changes. It's weird. Your first award?
I'm giving out the Dog Show Diarrhea Award.
Okay.
DDA. You've got this one. I've been giving you layups recently because you've been so doom and gloom that
First thought was Dumb and Dumber.
gotta pick you up. Good scene.
Good scene.
Foot long. Who are the
Foot long? Bunch of dogs.
Not you.
They didn't order anything. I will
Cleaned
go.
him, fed him.
I will go with Stan.
No. Good context clue guess.
I couldn't not guess Stan because for the last 3 weeks you've been guessing your answer.
The problem is, Jimmy,
Yeah.
you didn't think about the award for a second. You didn't think about the title of the award for 1 second.
Dog Show
You just
Diarrhea?
went- You just went Dog Show.
I said Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. What's happening if a dog has diarrhea
Yeah.
at the dog show? It's bad.
I mean, depends what the contest is.
You put your dog on display to try to win something.
I mean, if it's like
And they're
weight,
shitting
if
all
weight
over the
is
dance
involved,
floor.
like wrestlers before a match, they'd love to get everything out.
Jhony Brito was on display,
Yeah.
and he kind of pooped the bed.
Is there a grace period for him? Domingo's armpit hurts. We need you in the mound in 2 minutes.
Jhony Brito, the book is very simple, and it's the same book we found out earlier this year. It's get a third pitch or don't. His changeup, hitters went 0 for 15 on. They went hitless. That's his best pitch. His fastball ain't bad either. Fastball changeup, you can make a life out of the bullpen, especially if he went to the bullpen. His fastball sometimes hits 97. Like, if he's a 97, 98 with a good changeup out of the
Yeah.
bullpen, you can make a living.
If he's letting it eat for an inning or two.
The problem is, does he have a third pitch? He currently does not.
Rodon doesn't either.
I know, but
He's lefty.
Rodon's lefty, and it's a unique situation.
And he's got all that gusto.
He's
Burrito doesn't have any gusto yet.
He's not a gusto guy,
Years.
dude. He kind of looks like he has a baby face filter on. Like, remember when that came out a couple years ago, and everyone was doing the it's me with the baby face, like Burrito. It looks like that filter's on.
He needs the mound presence of Davey.
Maybe Davies.
No one stands taller on the mound
No, you have to.
physically, mentally than Davey Garcia,
Yeah,
who's our height.
our same stuff.
Yeah.
What's your last and most? Well, not most prestigious award of the show, but
No, this isn't that most prestigious
not even
award
close.
at all. I want to talk about something, but it's not a player from this series, so I'm deciding if I tie that in or not.
right. You teased this before.
Yeah, but I think it doesn't count. I think people will be upset about
I
the
love
award.
what you found with your microphone. Because you went from phone call, you were even leaning your head a little bit.
No, I'm
To
kind of
now it's like back scratcher.
Well, it's like like a hobo like walking around
like the hooks
yeah.
we have.
It's like it's balancing me out back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't love what you found.
These bases
Yours
are
seems
heavy.
like you're doing a lot of
I'm
work.
miserable.
Yeah, yours seems
you're
like
not
you're not
comfortable
comfy.
at
You're
all,
not comfy at all. Is what that seems like.
What'd you say your word was?
Thinking, trying to land the plane here in my brain. But I'm gonna give it to
Can't beat it. Oh,
what's that called?
feeling good.
Hold on. Hold on. One Google.
Okay. One Google.
Have a Google.
Matilda Award.
Like the little girl?
Yes, like the little girl.
What's her deal? Magic powers?
She can move stuff with her mind,
Okay.
and she has a almost criminal principle. Mrs. Hunchable.
I didn't know if you were
Lunchable?
talking about her principles at first or like.
No. I mean,
Trunchbull?
Trunchbull, all time.
I thought that was like her.
Agatha Trunchbull.
Yeah, all time, like a real terrible person.
So it's the Matilda Award.
Yeah, you never guess this in a million. It's not even a
Okay,
hint. It's-
Matil.
This person, this is a good hint. Not even in the organization.
It's really tough.
That eliminates like 50 people.
I don't know if I should be docked if I get this wrong.
It'll be noted.
That's fine.
I'll play the.
Joe's McFly.
No. I'll play the soundbite. It might help you.
Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
That's the context. The scene from Matilda.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, he directed that movie.
Pretty
too.
recognizable voice, huh?
Yeah.
I'm taller than him. I might make that a thing.
Like I think
Make
Punch
that a
Buggy
go-to
taller
thing.
than him.
Baby James is approaching.
Jersey Mike's.
Baby James in that white T-shirt and shorts and shoes. It was like a dude.
What outfit are you talking about? You just
I think
described it
you
perfectly.
posted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We dress him like the Sandlot. That's where me and Katie have landed. We both like. It's trendy and cute enough. So like, if you see the Sandlot, what those kids wear,
It was in the montage you posted this morning.
I was high when I posted that.
Jimmy.
Now I was at the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. Sober.
Who's getting the Matilda Award,
Steve
dude?
Cohen.
Great.
Steve Cohen did a press conference and basically said those words to the Yankees.
Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's...
That's what he said in his press conference.
Right.
He said, what if Cashman and Boone been saying this whole time? There's hope.
Right.
We're betting on hope. You know, if we get to the, we play well, there's a chance things get unlocked.
Right.
We're hopeful. Steve Cohen comes out, says, if you're going to have a 12% chance of getting into the playoffs, those are pretty crummy odds.
Those are bad odds.
I wouldn't want to be betting any money on that.
Steve Cohen wouldn't use his money on 12% odds.
And I don't think anybody else would either. Hope's not a strategy. I mean, I don't know if he knows how direct of a shot that was to the Yankees, but basically took 2 days of Cashman and Boone press conferences and in 3 sentences just dunked on him. Just absolutely dunked on him.
You're back to being a Steve Cohen guy.
Well, I don't know, but I like this quote.
Right.
Because I fully agree with it. It's what I've been saying on Talking Baseball and shows like, hope's not a strategy.
Right.
And too many baseball fans like Boone have been like, well, teams have come down from a lot worse. Remember the one team who was losing a lot and then they won a lot? It's like, yeah, but
Those are exceptions.
95% of the teams that are looking on the outs end up on the outs.
Yeah, and you have to position yourself to do something. Like the 21 Braves is the most popular one. They traded
Aldis
for
Snow Award?
half a lineup.
Yes, the Angels.
They traded for
the
half
Angels
a lineup.
decided we're not gonna sell. So if we're not selling, we better go get some pieces, no matter what they are.
The Padres traded for 2 hitters. They also added Gary Sanchez a few weeks ago. Another 2-homer day for Gare.
I love it.
By the way, something has to change, and the Yankees didn't change anything.
So Cohen.
That's always been the concern for us.
It was a bit upsetting how much I read that quote, and I was like, he's bullying the Yankees. I don't know if he knows he is. I think he does.
I think he does
Lifelong
too, right?
Mets fan.
I think he does. So congrats to him for getting the Matilda Award.
Jolly phrased it.
He won't
well.
care about that at all.
Steve Cohen won't at all. Jolly made the good point right after Verlander trade at the office. He was like, "Yeah, I don't think anybody in the world understands the sunk cost value better than Steve Cohen."
Yeah.
Like, get out
now
before it gets worse.
We have a line to Cohen if we want. We've never used it. We probably will never use it. But if I wanted to text someone and say, "Can you let Steve Cohen know he won the Matilda Award?"
Right.
Someone would get that and have the ability to do it. They wouldn't.
They would not.
They would not.
They would
Which
not.
is why I wouldn't waste
Right.
that connection on that.
That wouldn't be the good way of using that.
No.
At all.
No, it would be bad. Your last award of the whole entire show? Bronson Arroyo Award? Is that what you're whispering about?
Was it the Bronson Arroyo Award? Or was it the Action Bronson Award? Or was it the
Bronson from
Action
college.
Arroyo Award? Don't bring up Bronson for college. He's in the city. We got to link up with him soon.
So hot.
He is hot. I am giving the Fertilizer Award.
Oh. Wow.
Yep.
Are you trying to tie this to the SS?
No.
Okay. I didn't know. So I'm at Home Depot planning, laying the groundwork. I didn't know if it was tied to that.
Oh, no.
How sometimes horse shit gets used as fertilizer. Are you going double shit? Stanton.
You went shit theme.
There's been a lot of poop going on with these Yankees.
Double poop theme from Jake.
You went double poop theme. You went double women's theme.
I don't really have a ton of emotions, so this would be my mood, even if we got, like, Ohtani.
We acknowledged it, but Kyle Higashoka is getting the award because, fertilizer is shit. And the Yankees have kind of been there. But we had an all-time moment for me. Yankees catcher Kyle Higashoka, emotionless.
I don't really have a ton of emotion.
Self-admitting he's emotionless.
Yeah.
Which is just awesome.
The battery of him and Kluber must have been heaven.
What gives him emotion?
Guitar.
Does it, though?
Rock songs. Yes.
There's like a little bit of a worry in me that Higgy does music because he's good at it, kind of like baseball. Like, it doesn't bring emotions out of him.
I hope
What brings emotion out of him?
I hope his wife laughed her ass off.
Because he can't just live emotionless.
Some people do.
Have we gotten to see him?
I have
play
a friend
guitar? Like maybe
who's
that does get the emotions.
Sans, when he's not under the influences, sans emotions, no running dialogue or thoughts. When he's sober, it's kind of just empty.
He smiles. He smiles a lot.
It's a trained smile. It's kind of like, you're looking at me, I'll smile at you.
I don't know. I just...
you kind of snap and you're like, where were you? You were just in your own head and they're like, what are you talking about?
Yankees with one of the worst lineups they've been putting out. Just vibes are all-time bad. And, New York media circling like hawks. Higgy just like, hey, guys, don't lump me with any of this because we could be winning the World Series and this is what you're getting to.
What is the most fired up we've seen Higgy? Because when Matsui slid into home in the 0-3 game and jumped up, that was a moment where all Yankee fans were like, whoa.
Yeah.
The most stoic player I've ever seen just jumped up like a crazy bean.
And I guess for Hideki, who, by the way, sick picture of him and CeCe.
Dude, our social team posted that in, amongst the Boone and the and they were just like, well, here's something to smile about. And there was like a,
But the thing you mentioned,
nice.
Higgy's was like stoic and powerful.
Matsui's was.
Matsui's, yes.
Yeah.
Higgy's is kind of like...
Oh, it's indifferent.
we all die, right?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, here's the fastball.
I mean, even when a call gets called wrongly against him, you can just see him. He just looks up and left
Yeah.
That's his most emotion.
That is.
Which is why it makes me laugh.
So I don't know. There was that in a way could only be the best moment of levity that came through the past couple days, and Higgy delivered. So
someone else should try that.
There's a reason.
DJ's wait, what?
Oh, dude, Cole needs to try to do that.
What? I could just tell you I don't have emotions and then I don't have to answer your questions?
Garrett, or whoever's connected to Garrett that listens to this, if you drop that in your post game after your next start, that is so electric.
Yeah.
I don't really get too emotional, so.
That was your best one ever. That was your best Cole impression.
Got a little Yanni at the end.
Well, sometimes you do.
Yanni?
You got tired.
Should I bring us out with some Yanni?
Astros coming up. Are they facing Framber?
Yes.
Finale.
Verlander, Framber.
Wait, what's the
Javier,
order?
Javier, who has been bad.
He no-hit them.
Right, but he's been bad recently.
But wasn't he bad when he no-hit them? He
no.
wasn't during
that was he was...
All right, wait, who are they facing?
Looks like they might actually be avoiding Framber because is this Urquidy's return? I see him slated in for the Saturday game.
I'd be up for that.
It looks like he and Nestor are making dual returns Saturday.
Return game. None of this matters.
According to Roster Resource, Yankees are going Clark, Sevy, Cortez, Rodon.
Sevy, no way.
Their lefties are back-to-back. Don't split.
Is Sevy going to start?
Yeah, Sevy said he's like, as far as I know, I'm starting, so you tell me. I mean, I said to
An
Boone's face, if
opener.
you guys start Sevy, that's an unserious move.
Right.
Astros,
But
according to
Herman's
roster
hurt now?
resource, Javier Brown or Kitty Verlander.
Good.
So no Valdez?
Looks like no Framber.
Holy smokes. I know they're Verlander. I know that all the other pitchers are also going to fare really well against the Yankees because the Yankees are bad and the Astros are good. But Framber might have, like, dismantled them.
He would have had fun doing
He
it.
and Cole are kind of 1-2 Cy Young right now.
Framber might have just literally looked at them and said, curveball. Here's my curveball. I dare you to hit it. And the Yankees would have been like, whoa,
Fox and Apple TV.
throw the fastball. What? What game's on Fox?
Tonight.
Not watching.
I might need to go to the stadium.
Be listening on the radio. No way I want to hear Fox and Smoltz do a trade deadline recap podcast during a Yankees game. You know that's what it's going to be.
Should have just done this.
He's going to watch Clark Schmidt again? John Smoltz? He had the last Fox game.
I'm out. I'm so out on Smoltz.
Sepp's out.
Goodbye. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Yankees.